SGR 81.4 FM The Heat. It's your girl Renada Soul. Y'all just messed it up. Give me a break, okay? It's your girl Renada Soul. Welcome to the Renada Soul Show. I am your host, your co-host, your pilot, and your co-pilot, Renada Soul. Now, y'all, this is my first day back, so give it up for me. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little wet behind the ears, but it's all good. So what have I been doing? I have a lot to talk about, but not on today's segment. I got some guests and I want to hear all that. But I do want to recognize all the men because this is Mental Health Month for all my brothers out there, my melanated brothers, my cashmere brothers, all my brothers out there. I just want to make sure that you guys, how you doing? You guys okay out there? You checking in? I got some important information, as my grandmother would say, impertinent information towards the end of the show. But I got a special guest. He's a classmate of mine, but he goes by the name of Mr. Grind Time right now. None other than Mr. Gary himself. How you doing?
Yo, what it do, fam? First off, let me say, this is an honor and a privilege to not only be on your show, but be on the first one. I mean, I just say thank you.
I know, right? Stop it. You're going to make me cry. No, for real. Thank you for being here. I mean, I had to have you. Why I had to have you? Because you're always in my inbox talking about tea. You're always talking about wealth. You're talking about health. So I thought that today would be a perfect day for you to not only get me on the team, but to get other people. Because you are all over the place.
I always say persistence is key, right?
I mean, you are extremely persistent. So let's run it back. So clearly, whatever you're doing is working because when I last saw you, you were smaller. So I even spoke this up today. I was like, I'm looking for Gary to come in, and he's gonna be a small guy, not too big. But you are doing the doggone thing with these teas.
I just have to do it. You gotta do what you gotta do because it's all about your health. I mean, they say you only live once. No, forget that. You live every day. You only die once.
That's
but
true.
You need to get busy living, and being the best version of yourself is how you can maximize your living.
I like how you think. Okay, so let's get into it. You were a truck driver.
Yeah.
So truck driver on the road, which means you are eating burgers. You're eating chicken finger sandwiches. You eating like chips all the time, Red Bulls.
If I tell you how much stuff I ate and the type of stuff I ate, and between the Red Bulls, the Monsters, the fried cheese, the whatever you can, if it was in a truck stop, I ate it.
I got you, and I would too, because I mean you're moving and you just need something quick to eat, right?
Definitely. That's what we do, and that's why a lot of people they say they call it a trucker good. That's where it comes from because you're driving, you're constantly eating because you're always trying to make the deadline. You know, if they say if the wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning. So we always rolling, and so you stop real fast, wait for something to eat, get back rolling, eating, sitting, sleeping, eating, sleeping. You know, that's what's the routine.
Okay.
So when you sitting and you eating, what happens?
It sit on your gut.
Oh.
And then you got a stomach ache, and then you got to run to the bathroom, and you don't get it all out. I'm just being honest, right?
That's really how I be. That's really how I be.
But you took the job of trucking because it was good money.
Good money, yeah.
And so we all are known to go towards jobs with good money. So there's trucking, that's the oil field, outside of degree jobs. But these are jobs that are great jobs.
The funny thing, I actually made more money driving trucks than I did as a pharmacy technician.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's why I was so hooked on driving because I'm like I make more money driving trucks than I do with dealing with people's lives.
Right. Make it make sense. Okay, so I want to get into you being with Total Life Changes. So you're driving trucks. You see that this is a great financial come up for you. Like you said, you were pharmacy tech, driving trucks, it just wasn't adding up. So now you got the bag doing trucks, but you're unhealthy.
Yeah. And
if you're unhealthy, then you're kind of unhappy.
Exactly.
So tell me, where did the change come with you in that?
Okay, what it is, when I first started driving trucks, I was actually coming out for, the MMA fighting and all that stuff. But
so you were a fighter?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was walking around only about 145 pounds, solid. I was good, But started driving the truck, started, like I said, eating all that junk. Next thing you know, I looked up, I'm 190 pounds with no muscle, skinny arms, skinny legs. And I always make this joke. I be like, I was like David Wayne's in The Great White Hype. You know how he said, I said, I'm in shape, I'm round. You know, that was me.
Oh my goodness.
That was my joke, because that's what it was. But it really didn't really hit home until, like, I started having to hold my breath to tie my shoe. Or, you know, bending over to pick something up or tie your shoe, then you raise up and you dizzy, you know, you seeing dots and all that stuff. All because your stomach is being compressed just from bending over, having to throw your leg up on the bench, you know.
Right.
Put your shoes on, you know. And coming from, like I say, coming from MMA fighting or track and field, you know, coming from that lifestyle, all of a sudden going to this sedentary lifestyle and getting that on me, it just wasn't, it didn't work.
Okay.
It didn't work.
So what clicked? What in your mind decided, I gotta change this, this is what I need to do? Was it a girl?
It's funny you said that.
I had to be a lady. Come on, tell me.
Because it actually, it actually was. And like I said I was going to tell this story eventually. But I was on the road, you know, doing my thing. But I was playing on the apps, you know the apps you got. So I was playing on Tinder. You know, I was just swiping, doing my swiping thing. And I got a match. And I'm like, oh, okay. Start messaging, we messaged back and forth, you know, seemed like it was pretty smooth, pretty good, but she kept always throwing up these, you know, telling me about these products and these business. I'm like, but you know, I'm ignoring that part. I'm trying.
You trying to hook up?
Now, I'm real talk. I ain't even, hey, transparency is freedom, right?
Right.
So after a while, we actually met up. She was doing one of the shops down at the flea market.
Okay.
And
is that here in Shreveport?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I went down and she gave me some samples. She gave me a big old bag of samples, you know, and I got them, I'll be honest. I'm like, okay, throw them to the side. I'm still trying to holler. She kept bringing it back to the products though, which was, I'm like, you know what? Okay, eventually I think about it. Though they said the product sat on my shelf for about a month. Mm-hmm. And eventually I said, you know what? I'm finna try.
Why not?
I'm finna try. And she gonna keep doing it. And then the thing about it is, she made the comment that she hadn't hit a clock, punched a clock in over 2 years. But she had a nice house, nice cars, she, a nice lifestyle going on. But she wasn't working. So yeah, I went ahead and tried. I tried that tea, that original. And I'm telling you, when I tried it, I had to ask, what just happened?
Oh, so it was the tea. It wasn't her. Oh. Mm.
Yeah.
So you went from trying to holler at her to just completely just changing your whole life.
I fell in love with the products.
Wow.
I fell in love with that tea, so I decided to try it.
Sorry, Tinder. Didn't work with the lady, work with the tea.
I decided to try energy something, the NRG,
Okay.
And because, I was on the Red Bulls, the Rippets, the Monsters, so.
So the NRG is like a
natural energy supplement.
Okay. And you like that way better than taking Red Bulls?
I haven't had an energy drink since I started taking NRG.
So tell us, what exactly is NRG?
It's a natural energy supplement. It has different vitamins, a couple of different natural herbs that come together that give you that energy boost. Natural caffeine, all that, but it doesn't, give you the jitters. You don't crash at the end, and plus it has 5-HTP in it, which with this being Mental Health Month, 5-HTP is actually something that they use to actually help with some mental health issues, because it actually helps lighten your mood. We say it sends happy signals to your brain.
Oh, so a person like me, what is the recommendation of dosage that I need?
That nobody start off with more than one a day.
Okay.
That nobody gets to start with more than one a day.
Okay.
Because I got a story about a friend of mine. They messed around, started off her first time. She didn't read the instructions right, and she took 2. Yeah, she got about a week's worth of work done in a day.
So it was like eating an edible. Worse?
Except it don't get you high.
Oh my
It don't
God.
get you high. It just make you feel.
Keep doing so.
Yeah,
Okay.
it give you energy. It make you want to be productive.
Okay.
Basically.
So let's talk about so you started doing the NRG, the T, and you started because you were trying to talk to this lady from Tinder.
Yeah.
She kind of curved you a little and
Big
shifted
time.
you to get your health together, right?
Big time.
So how did that make you feel that you got curved for some tea?
I felt played at first, but once I got into these products and then got into the business and got around this family that we call Total Life Changes, once we got around this family, got around this community, I'm like, you know what? It don't matter how I got here.
Right.
It's the fact that I'm here, and I'm one of these people that I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in things have to line up certain ways for certain reasons, for certain things.
Yeah.
And being that I just happened to be on Tinder, which I wasn't. I wasn't
That's
even on
just hilarious.
there very
I'm sorry,
often.
that's just hilarious.
I wasn't even on there very. I think that was one of my few times. I think I would go on maybe once a month at the most.
Okay.
And I just happened to go on there, and I just happened to match, and I just happened to start a conversation,
Oh my.
and we just happened to start, start talking about the products and get samples, and I just happened to start. I'm like, okay, too much stuff lined up. I had been. Oh, let me go back. I actually had been praying for something better because I had been driving trucks for about 6-7 years at the time.
Okay.
But having younger kids, it started to get to me. You know, I just came out the road last year. I did 10 years. My oldest daughter is only 16.
Right.
So I missed a lot.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I was, inadvertently praying for something better,
Okay.
something different.
Okay.
And all this stuff lined up, and almost 5 years, September, it'd be 5 years, I would have been in this company.
So let's talk about it. So 5 years in the company, leaving the trucking business, making way more money than being in pharmacy tech. I'm not trying to be in your business and your wallet and things. But you said 5 years you ain't punched in. So how's that working?
Hey, it is what it is. It's gonna still get better.
Okay.
That's one good thing about this. It's network marketing. A lot of people are scared of network marketing, but it's network marketing. Network marketing has an unlimited growth potential if you got a good company and a good product, and we have both.
So let's dive into the company. So, Total Life Changes. Please break that down.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's going to help you totally change your life. Because most people come in they want to change something in their life. Whether it's financial, whether it's, they need a sense of community to help with their emotional, or maybe it's just a mental. So, it's like we personal development company. We just got a comp plan attached to it. So that's your mental and your financial.
Okay.
And then, of course, the products had the physical. That's why I say the 5 aspects of health: mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, and financial.
Ooh.
All of them come into play right here in this business.
Okay. So the 5: mental, physical. So we talked about the physical because you looking kind of nice over there.
Ooh,
Look at you. The mental. So let's talk about the mental. It is Mental Health Awareness Month. How has this affected you mentally with your changing jobs? So of course we know clocking in and then going to be your own boss. That is a big cut.
Yes.
Financially. I mean, let's just keep it real. It's a big cut.
Yeah.
So how did that play on your mental health? Plus you are still a single father or father of 2 daughters. How did that?
It was a big change, but either you're gonna do it or you're not. Either you're gonna go for it, or you just gonna let it pass you by. But you can't play scared and expect to elevate, expect to be better. But when you got, like I say, this company, they are big on personal development. So the speeches, motivational speeches, I learned about meditation. I learned about all this stuff since I joined here. So all of that has played a part in helping with my mental, because it's just like starting any business. At the beginning, you're gonna do a whole lot of work and you may not see no results. But are you gonna keep going, or are you gonna just say forget it and go back to what you were
Right.
doing? Which I actually went back like 3 different times. I stopped driving trucks,
Mhm.
tried to go all in on my business.
Okay.
It got hard. I ran back to trucking.
Well, I mean, but that's how that's how life is.
Yeah.
I mean, until you can successfully get to where you're going. So, how did that affect you mentally, knowing that you were here and you see where you want to be,
Yes.
but it's not adding up financially? So again, how did that shift you in any way mentally? Did that deter you from anything?
It hurt. It hurt my mental like big time for a while. I mean, I did a little spiral down a couple of times to where I'm like, okay, I can't go no lower. So ain't nowhere to go but up.
Okay.
And once I got that into my mind, that's when I was able to get back, start climbing my way back up.
Right.
Because I mean, getting hit with like trying to do this, but it's not working how you got it playing in your mind. Because if you just saw the vision in my mind,
right,
you would know that, oh yeah, it's gonna be something.
Right.
But now I don't care what happens. I'm not gonna stop until that vision is achieved.
Okay.
But for a while, I almost quit.
Right.
I like totally quit because I'm like, I love my Shreveport people. I love my Shreveport people. But we don't want to get healthy. A lot of us don't.
I can't even say Shreveport people because, babe, I've been all over the place and people. It's just people, and I can't even say black people anymore. It's just people.
That's the reason why I say that.
I'm listening.
Let me give you a statistic.
I'm listening.
I'm talking cities. I'm not even talking states.
Okay.
Shreveport.
Mhm.
That's the third. It's the number 3, third highest overweight and obesity in the nation.
Well, I mean, come on. We in Louisiana. We got good food. What you want us to do, baby? You got etouffee and gumbo and jambalaya. What you want us to do?
I don't tell you to change the way you eat. What I do is tell you everything in moderation.
Well, that's first of all, that's a big number. I didn't know that we were number 3, but I do understand that
Yes,
that there is a problem because we are known for food, but we're known for food. So that's our culture.
So is Florida.
I don't know about
so
Florida.
So is Texas.
Not known for their food culture.
Texas is more known for their barbecue than anything.
Okay, well, all right. Well, you said Shreveport, so we bring y'all back. You see? So what do you suggest then if we are the 3rd largest and all we like to do is eat unhealthy? Before you answer, I will say there are a lot of people that are unhealthy, and I'm gonna get the camera. It's a lot of y'all out there that's unhealthy. I'm just keeping it to you. I know I'm small, so y'all probably gonna talk about me. Why do people do that? They are unhealthy and they wear things that they shouldn't wear, or they eat or say things that they shouldn't say, but then we respond back to them like, sis or bro, that wasn't healthy, or you should try to fix it. People do get upset. So what do you recommend a way to...
The hardest thing about that is that it's programming. A lot of that started when they were kids, and it came from their parents, and their parents got it from their parents. So each generation is basically cycling in the same way. But you got to remember, back when our great-grandparents were eating like that, even though they didn't have as many chemicals and stuff, hormones and stuff in their food, even though they were eating all this fried stuff and stuff that ain't no good for you, they were constantly moving, They always were doing something.
Right.
Grandparents, same thing. And they were all constantly, like my grandma had 2 jobs up until the day she got too sick to work, But as we went down the line, we noticed we started getting less and less movement going on. So now, everybody say, oh, we getting old, so that's why I'm hurting. No, that's why I'm gaining weight, because I'm getting old. No, you're gaining weight because you don't move like you used to, as much as you used to. When you were 16, 17, 18, you probably in the streets, run the streets all day, like we used to. We used to run around and play all day, as long as we at home for the street lights on. We're good.
Right, that's true.
But these kids these days, and the younger generation these days, they were raised on phones, computers,
right.
So they are constantly sitting and not moving. So now they're eating the same junk because the food is like perfect, great. They're eating that stuff, on top of being sedentary, which is causing, it's like the perfect storm.
Okay, so what do you suggest? You know that we are all, some of us are unhealthy. We talked before the show. I'm not a big gym person. I don't like all that. I will do other things to try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So what do you recommend for someone that just binges to eat? They eat whatever they want to eat. What product
First
do you
thing,
recommend?
when it comes to products, I say you have to cleanse your body.
Do you have something with your
we got
company?
the best natural cleanse you will ever find. It's called ISO tea.
ISO?
ISO. IASO.
Okay.
We call it tea. The only one that actually tastes like tea is the original. We have watermelon, lemonade, and fruit punch. They all taste like juice, literally. They're tropical punch. We call it the red Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Like we you do back in the day. The
Okay.
red Kool-Aid.
I didn't like the red Kool-Aid. It's okay.
But you can mix your red Kool-Aid with the lemonade.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you. So yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's how we explain it because it tastes that good.
Okay.
That's where this lose 5 pounds fast come from because
And that's with drinking that.
if you drink that, yeah, you're gonna lose at least 5 pounds. And I can't say in the time frame because the SEC be hating on us.
Okay.
But you're gonna lose 5 pounds fast.
So you brought me something.
Yes, I brought you. I had to.
I have goodies because he wanted me to try this stuff, y'all. So I'm gonna try it. I have endometriosis. I have PCOS, which is why I'm so skeptical about trying new things and certain things. I don't like a flare up, and that's just being honest. But so you're telling me this tea here. So I have. This is great.
I'll let you. I gotta say, we don't claim to cure, mitigate any diseases.
I'm not saying y'all
I
gonna
just had to
cure
put
it.
that out. I just had to put that out there. But
you said
that
I won't
right
have
there is
a
gonna
flare. Okay.
it's gonna help you. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna help.
It's gonna help. So this
Yes.
purple one is
That's original.
okay. This original is for
Yeah.
what?
They're all the same.
Okay, so I got original
They're
flavor.
just different flavors.
I have
That's the blue is lemonade
okay,
and the green is watermelon.
okay,
Now I mixed the blue and the purple together.
okay.
The original lemonade, that's like your tea and your lemonade, and mix together, make Arnold Palmer.
Okay. Oh,
Except for that's my version. I call it the AP Plus because it's the Arnold Palmer, but it has so many more benefits.
now it says tea. So do I have to sip it hot, or can I have
cold,
it cold?
lukewarm, 2 packs. This is where I have my people do it. 2 packs and 8 to 12 ounces of water. However you want to do it. It can be hot, it can be cold, it can be lukewarm. I put mine. Put the 2 packs in half a bottle of water, shake it up, and I go to work.
Okay, so I take one of these.
Two.
Two of these a day. I can still eat what I want to eat?
Do what you do.
Then, but you said I have to move.
I always say this though. I won't tell people what to eat, but I will say this about this tea. It'll make you want to change the way you eat.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You will want to change.
So even
because,
after drinking it, it's gonna block me at some point.
yeah, you're not gonna like this. You're not gonna want to go get them greasy burgers, the chicken. You're not gonna want to eat that junk food
Okay.
after drinking that tea.
Okay,
Trust me.
okay. So let's talk about spirituality. You said that it also changes you spiritually. So okay, numb your hold right here. So
Yeah.
how has this changed you spiritually?
Yeah, like I say, when I joined this company, I actually learned. I had never done any kind of meditation. I always believed in God. I was church, raised in the church, but I did had kind of backslid. A lot of people in this company are strong in their walk.
Okay, walk with God.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I got a little around them, and that actually, made me want to start back working on my own. The meditation came into play when I learned about how that actually helps you calm and actually give you time to, come to yourself and just spend time with the man.
Okay.
And doing all that, I started getting more into my Bible. I finally read the Bible front to back. I can actually say I did that.
Congratulations. That's good. That's good.
I know some verses off my head now, and I'm like,
so you can throw a scripture at me? Scripture thrower.
I even got a bishop checking me out. Now he's trying to bring me in. I'm like, am I being called? But I ain't getting into that yet because I gotta do some praying on that myself.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, my spiritual walk has definitely grown, and I keep telling people I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. You know, people remember GT from back in the day. You know, GT was a live wire. GT was a fire starter.
Okay.
He would stay quiet, but if you light his fuse, he gonna blow up like a firecracker.
Right.
Mr. Grind Time, he's just gonna look at you.
Okay.
Say, okay. Smile at you.
A changed man.
As long as you don't physically, try to harm me, you will not get a rise out of me.
Okay. Okay. So tell me, what is the number one selling product that you guys have?
That would be our natural liquid multivitamin that's called NutriBurst.
Liquid vitamin.
Yes.
So is that kind of like I shared with you that I take Geritol, which is a liquid vitamin?
Yes.
Is that kind of like that?
It's better.
Because the Geritol does have alcohol in it.
It ain't got no alcohol in it.
So this one doesn't. Right. So that's great. So yours does not have alcohol.
And that's one good thing about our products. They're naturally sourced, so everything that's in it is usually coming from a natural source.
Okay.
And so it's less chemicals.
Okay.
A lot of these pills and vitamins and stuff that's over the counter, if you read the back, it's gonna be a bunch of chemicals that you're not gonna recognize. But a lot of us go by what we've heard. Okay, we were told to get this, or our doctor told us to get this, and you know what? I'm going there. Doctors ain't trying to actually hear you.
Right.
They don't want you better.
Right.
They want you to keep coming back.
It's a business.
Yes.
Everything is a business.
Biggest business. Big medicine, big pharma, they run together.
Right.
And I've said this so many times. And I found this out being a pharmacy tech for 8 years. I worked in retail and hospital pharmacy. I got to see the inside workings of it, which is why I was so easily able to transfer over to natural health and wellness, because I got tired of seeing people coming in with suitcases of medicine and stuff like that.
Right.
That hurt me even selling this stuff to these people. And eventually it got to me to where, that's another reason why I went ahead and okay, I can make more money driving trucks. I'm tired of hurting people, because that's all it is. They give you one pill, then they give you another pill to counteract this pill, then they give you another pill to counteract that pill, and the cycle continues.
Right.
I didn't want to be a part of that anymore.
Okay.
So, like I say, we don't say we can cure or mitigate any diseases, but cleanse, multivitamin, at least half a gallon of water a day, so 6 ounces of water a day, 30 minutes of intentional movement. Make that your lifestyle, and you will get rid of a lot of your ailments.
Okay.
And don't mess around throwing some fasting in there. Oh man.
So I want to know how this company is really supporting other people. So we're talking about health and wellness. So you said you guys have seminars and you're in classes and always doing education?
Always.
So tell me about that.
Yeah, we have on social medias, Facebook mainly.
Okay.
We do a live show twice a week. Actually, no, Monday, Thursday, and Friday we do live shows. Mindset Monday, they'll come out and get your mind right for the week,
Right.
On top of, we do giveaways and all that stuff to people. But Thursday, TNL, Thursday night, it used to be Thursday Night Live, now Thursday Night Learn. We get to learn from each other, like they'll give us an assignment to do, and they select, certain people.
Give me an example. Who is they?
Oh, our corporate office.
Okay.
Our corporate people.
So corporate give you guys.
Yeah, like certain assignments. Like, we may have an assignment to where it's introduce 5 people to the products.
Okay.
That's all it is. And we, everybody does different ways. Like me personally, I get in inboxes.
You do. And he do.
But I also do Uber Eats and DoorDash, so I'm out there with all these other dashers and going to all these restaurants picking up all this food and stuff, and so I'm seeing what they're ordering.
Okay.
And so I'm
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Lord. Hey, ma'am, I know I'm delivering you this chicken, but,
like, do you cleanse? Or do you know anybody who would like to lose 5 pounds fast? I just, throw it out there. Yes, no, it's all good. I don't hold against you.
So I'm going to keep it real. It sounds like total life changing is just like any other little, it's a pyramid scheme, I'm going to say. 'Cause there's levels to it.
Yeah.
Tell me, how are you any different? Someone is out here watching, they're like, man, I done went through that with Herbalife. I done went through that with whoever else is out there. It's just a scheme.
I knew you was gonna do that.
Bro, I'm coming with all the questions because my people want to know.
I was waiting on that.
My people want to know.
So real talk, I was waiting on that question.
So help us.
Let me
What's
tell you the difference between our company, which is a actual network marketing or actual multi-level marketing company,
Okay.
or a pyramid scheme.
Okay.
Pyramid schemes are built mainly on, okay, let's see how many people can get in on the biggest get the biggest commission off, getting them in the business. That's all they want to do. Over here, it's about the products. It's about the people. If you ain't moving product, they don't care how many people you bring in. You ain't making no money. It's all about the product. And if you ain't teaching your people how to use the products, if you ain't got nobody buying the products, if nobody ain't trying the products, it's product based, period. If you can't convince people that these products work to get it in them, because once you get it in them, it's wrap everything else.
Okay.
Because it's gonna do what the product's gonna do what we say they're gonna do.
Tell me what your live testimonials are like. I'm curious.
Oh man, I've been doing it almost a year, like on Grind Time Live. Almost a year. Different person every week. Different testimonies. Some of them was, like, I give you one of my coaches. She said if it's literally, her story goes, if it wasn't for these products showing up at her door, she wouldn't be here today. But she was sitting there with a handful of pills when the doorbell rang. And that conscious interruption got her out of that mindset for just a split second.
Oh, wow.
She went to the door to find a box from Total Life Changes.
Oh, wow.
It saved her life. That's just one of the thousands of testimonies in here. But that's my homegirl. I call her my sister. That's
right.
the Scarper.
Okay. Yeah.
And she ain't the only one that's been at that type of point in their life, But like I say, being that you got this community of people that if you need somebody to talk to, somebody's there. Like I got 100 different people right now that I can pick up my phone and call and they'll answer the phone for me right now. And I ain't even talking, even in Shreveport.
So it sounds like you guys have a great support system. Like
It's a literally family.
So it's family. So it's a company first. So it's money making company first. But then you guys
God Family TLC.
God Family Football. Every time. I like it. I like it. So you guys are gonna always push God. You're going to always push unity. So do you have meetings here locally or do you meet the people?
I'm working on getting something started. I'll be honest, my teams haven't been holding up because, a lot of people can't see the vision I see.
So accountability. So it sounds like accountability is lacking. So what do you think is the holdup? So they got the product. And they felt all into it at first. A lot of people are always inspired in the beginning. So what do you think was their drawback?
they didn't make the amount of money that they thought they were gonna make up front.
So money. So we're back to wealth.
Mm-hmm.
So then when we're back, so now we're back to
The
wealth.
thing about it is, if you're not putting that time in, if you're not putting that work in, you're not gonna make the money. You know, it's not gonna just come to you. Okay, yeah, we got the best products. But if you ain't getting out there, you know, you ain't telling people, you ain't in the inboxes. If nobody knows that, one, you got the best products, or two, where you at, or, you know, if people don't know this stuff about you, then it'd be kind of hard for you to make sales. And a lot of people, they were talking to the couple of people that work around them, but they wasn't going no further than that.
So it sounds like they don't believe in themselves or the product.
A lot of them didn't, and that was my problem. A lot of it is me, because I see things in people that they don't see in themselves, but I try to bring it out of them.
Okay.
Literally every person who I've recruited over the years have had the potential to be top notch.
But they're lacking something.
They didn't believe, and like a lot of them, they say they can't sell. I'm like, but you can talk to anybody. That's all it is, talking to people, sharing. A lot of them don't, you know, they're not seeing it. A lot of people get in their mindset that I don't like to sell. Right.
So I mean, just being honest, I don't want to sell nothing to nobody, because the moment you tell me no, I'm like, okay, you don't have to get it. Okay. So what is it to be on your team?
There's 8 billion people in the world.
It is. But I mean, not everybody is as strong-minded as you and seeing the vision.
I wasn't like this when I first started either, though.
Oh, so you, okay.
I built up to this person.
Okay.
Yeah, I came out the gate like a cannon. 3-4 weeks in, I'm like, bro, what did I get myself into? I didn't really have the support system before. You know, I didn't really have my support system. And a couple of months in, I think about 6-7 months in, my whole upline left. So I got left on the island by myself anyway.
So then that affected your finances.
Yeah, it affected finances, affected my mental. I'm like, bruh, how y'all gonna leave me like this, man? It hit me. It hit me, Mom. You like, what? I'm like, you know what? I can do this myself. So you really can't. But
you have to have a team.
Get it started by myself.
So you have to. So how many people do you need underneath you so that you can be successful at the top tier? Because then you would be like a coach or something. I used to sell Mary Kay. Mary Kay and paparazzi and all that stuff.
Same type of thing.
Okay. So how many people do you need on your team to actually be successful?
Honestly, a lot of times it's gonna depend on how much product being moved, like literally, because you can have 100 people on your team and nobody moving product, or you have 10 strong people on your team that's moving 5, 10, 20,000 products, putting $20,000 worth of products a month, and you can be at the top of the company. You know, and that's another thing about between us and the pyramid scheme. I can bring you in today. You can go harder than me and build a better team, a bigger team, and you can actually surpass me. That's another thing that makes us different from a pyramid scheme.
So do you get the commission or any money off of me if I came in under you and I'm doing my own thing?
Yeah, I get points off of one side. Like if it's just you, like we work 2 sides.
Okay.
That's where the so-called pyramid thing will come in and play at. But we do work 2 sides, left and right. If you're on my left side, whatever business that your side does, that my left side does, those points would be just on my left side.
Okay.
Somebody else would be on my right side. So even though I brought these people in, like say I only brought 2 people in, one on the left, one on my right. My person on my left leg bring in 10 people. And it's 10 beasts.
And you still get paid for all those people? You get points?
I'm catching points off of everything.
Okay.
Because all our points flow up.
Okay.
So I'm catching points off of every sale that happens.
So then at what point will you be a director, or what's the next level?
First, the core rank is director. That's actually what it's called.
Okay.
And I actually hit that couple years ago.
Oh, no. All right.
But yeah, that's the core range. That's 1,000 points on each side.
Okay.
Which is 40 points per product through the back office, or 10 points if it's through a customer. But you get 10 points plus $20.
So it does help you out when you get a team and your team is successful. So then
Definitely. That's how you grow. But you're not gonna go up by yourself.
Right.
Like director is about the only rank that you can hit by yourself.
Okay.
But you still got to have help doing that, because 1,000 points on each side is quite a bit.
Okay. But
moving up further than that, once you get to your rising star, your executive, all that. Once you get to executive, you got to have at least 2 directors under you. It has to be. Once you go up to the nationals and the globals and stuff like that, you got to start having executives under you. You got to start having globals under you. You got to. The higher you go up, the higher your people have to go up, or you are not going any further.
Right.
Now, once you hit ambassador, you got to have nationals. You got to have so many nationals, so many globals, so many executives. You have to bring your people up with you.
Okay.
Or you'll never go nowhere.
So do you recommend this product to anyone that's under 18?
Being it on camera, I'm going to say no.
Period.
I always tell people, get with me offline. That's all I say. The SEC they are real tight on health and wellness companies, because we're not affiliated with the FDA.
Oh, what?
So they can't tax us, so they can't control us.
Mm-hmm.
So they try to do everything they can to try to get us shut down, like real talk. Because, like I say, I put people on these products before I tell them to go grab any pills.
Okay.
Like I say, and that ain't just me talking from selling this stuff. That's me from my pharmacy tech side.
So on camera, you have to be 18 and over, but outside of camera, we'll work something out. Just keep it on the low, and
I'll just say one thing I learned in pharmacy is there's a dosage for everybody.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. So where can we find you to purchase your product, to be on your team, to sign up for any classes that you may be giving away, for any exercise day that you may have? Just tell us, how can we be a part of Mr. Grind Time?
It's not hard at all. I'm everywhere. My direct number is area code 318.
Oh Lord, not for Tinder. This is for because it started out with him on Tinder and he ended up with the T. She curved him. So he gonna curve y'all. Just saying.
Like I say, my direct number is 318-333-7085. You can find me on Facebook, Gary Thomas. On Instagram, I'm Mr_Grind_Time80. On TikTok, I'm Mr_Grind_Time. I'm everywhere because I want to be able to be found wherever you are. I want to be there.
Can you tell me what Grind Time stand for?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and actually, when I say it, you're gonna see that anybody out there could be a Miss Grind Time. I just coined it first, but no, Grind is an acronym. Stands for, the G is grateful, because you always have something to be grateful for.
I like that.
The R is for respect, because you always show respect. You demand your respect, but you never allow anyone to disrespect you.
Mm.
The I is impact, because I'm trying to impact 1 billion. The N is for, like, my products, all natural, aka authentic, real. That's what the N for. It's natural, real, because we keep it real over here. We keep it 100, as they say.
1,000.
1,000, 1 million. And the D is for dedication, because you gotta dedicate yourself to something, so it might as well be something that's gonna help not only bring you up, but possibly bring up your family and everybody around you.
Okay.
That's the grind.
So, do you recommend the tea or the vitamin? Because y'all need to go and get something today.
Oh no!
So,
see
which
now
one
she
to
said
get?
that. No, if I'm gonna recommend something when you starting out, like real talk, it would be our 15-day challenge kit, which comes with the tea, the natural energy supplement, which is the NRG, and the Nutriverse, which is our natural liquid multivitamin. That's the combo right there. I'm telling you. That's why it's just the one that we use for our 15-day challenge, because using those 3 products, intentional movement for 30 minutes a day, it was just a brisk walk, 30 minutes.
Okay.
Move your body for 30 minutes.
Okay. So you want to give a shout out to anybody? You want to?
Man, I could give a shout out to so many people because I got so many people that supported me and has poured into me to help me become the man I am today with this company and this business and total life changes. I mean, everybody from the CEO, Jack Fallon, the COO, John Card, and yes, I've actually met, shook hands, hugged, and kicked it with these people, had a drink with these people. Yeah, even though they're number 1, number 2 in the company, they literally like family.
Okay.
But everybody from the corporate side to my life-changing nation, I mean, I have about 20 different coaches because everybody has different styles, and I still look good from everybody.
Okay. Well, y'all heard him, Mr. Grind Time. Y'all check him out. Get at him. Get the teas. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all know I'm gonna be honest and tell y'all about these teas. If it make me run to the bathroom, tell y'all all that.
Oh, it's gonna make you go to the bathroom.
Oh, Lord.
That's why I have and we're gonna get more into that. And before you order, get with me first so I can explain to you how to use it.
Oh my God.
And when to use it.
Okay.
Because I had to learn how to use it because I started drinking this stuff when I was on the road, driving trucks.
Right.
You can't just stop that 18-wheel everywhere.
That's true.
So I had to figure it out.
All right, so y'all hear it. Y'all get with Mr. Grind Time. Follow him on all social medias. He's going to get your health and wealth and wellness all together. And speaking of health and wellness, again, like I said, it is Mental Health Month for my men. I don't care what color you are. We're here checking on you. How you doing, love? I just want to make sure that you're okay. And by saying that, your girl is speaking. I am speaking. I am healing. I'm just like doing the doggone thing. So now I want you guys to come and check us out. We're all been talking about health and wellness. It's called the Quiet Revolt. It's on Facebook, and it will be in November the 14th through the 16th. It is a conference. So right now we're taking vendors. It's going to be a great experience. I am one of the guest speakers. I will be talking about healing, mental health, because I mean, this is what we do. We're just trying to be better. And I feel good, and I want you guys to be a part of it. And I also want you guys to take a time out to go and purchase some product from Mr. Grind Time. Now, like I said, it's mental health, and I'm a mental health advocate because I deal with mental health myself. I have a special guest that's going to give us some tidbits on mental health, on what you need to do to figure out some triggers. Because, baby, I get triggered all the time. If you like me, I mean, we're human, right? We get triggered all the time, but for real, we just need to find the triggers, find out how to handle your triggers, find out ways to deal with your triggers so that you can be a better you, because we want the best for you. So without further ado, I have my girl Veronica Blaze is going to give us 5 tips on how to deal with our triggers. Miss Veronica?
Thank you, Renata. Thank you, Gary. That was very inspiring to make sure that you take care of your physical. And we're also taking care of our own mental. You did mention that as well. So that was great. I enjoyed that. That was very informational. One of the things that sat with me while you all were speaking was dealing with everyday stressors and dealing with your physical health and your being a single dad, being a parent within itself is stressful. So stress really is a natural response to what we deal with in our daily lives. And the stigma against mental health is that everyone has an illness or you have to have an illness. That's not necessarily true. The thing is, mostly everyone experiences stress and depression. The biggest thing is learning how to recognize the symptoms and how to manage the symptoms.
Yes.
When you're overwhelmed, that's the biggest thing. That's what causes the stress. So what I would like to speak on today, what I would like to teach you are 5 signs that you can experience stress. It could be physical tension, which is noticeable. Sometimes when you clench your jaws. You feel stress here, in your neck, the back, side, and also in your shoulders. I like how you're doing. You feel stress in your shoulders, right? It can be sleep disturbances. I know when I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning on Facebook, I see a lot of other people up on Facebook and they say, God's trying to tell me something. He's trying to tell you you're stressed. So you may experience difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep. Irritability. Driving on 20. Stressful. Those are signs of stress or symptoms of stress, just normal daily activities. The you have concentration issues, which is trouble focusing on even the smallest task or making the smallest decisions. It's just stress. Everyone experiences it. A change in your appetite, which could include eating more or eating less. Either one. There's not one or the other that makes a difference. If you're eating more, you could be stressed about something. If you're eating less, you may be stressed about something. Recognizing the signs, that's the first step to managing the stress. It's not, you don't want to focus on the stress. You want to focus on what is stressing you and how can I bring myself out of that. So the next thing I'll give you all are tips. The difference between mental health, a counselor and a therapist. The therapist teaches you skills. The counselor teaches you, the counselor diagnoses what is the issue.
Okay.
The therapist teaches you skills of how to manage, whether it's depression, postpartum depression, anxiety, or stress. The first one is deep breathing. We all practice inhaling slowly through our nose, and you want to breathe in from your diaphragm, through your diaphragm, through your nose, and holding it for a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and releasing it through your mouth. Great job. You also want to sometimes make sure that you're keeping your eyes open, because when you have your eyes closed, you may naturally be focusing on the problem, the pain, versus staying in the moment, which is mindfulness. So keep your eyes open. Also, your physical activity, which Gary mentioned, just getting out for a few moments to get your vitamin D and to exercise and get your body moving. Connecting with others, meaning picking up the phone and saying, hello, I'm doing great, how are you? And setting boundaries. It is okay to say no.
Better say it.
Incorporating these steps in your everyday life can help you manage your stress. And I want to remind you all that it is okay to be stressed. Take a moment each day to breathe, reflect on now, and take care of yourselves. Thank you.
And that's it from Miss Veronica Blaze, y'all. I think that was amazing. So remember, take care of yourself. Again, it's mental health. I'm a mental health advocate. I deal with mental health myself. Talk to someone. And I know it's so easier said than done, but talk to someone. And there are a lot of people out there that will listen to you. You don't have to go to the same people that you may feel judged, but in all honesty, talk it out. Find someone that will listen to you. You can write a book. I would always go outside to catch some sunlight, but you just have to take care of you. Walk away from all things that are no longer serving you. Cut everything off, and it's about time for you to take care of you. I care about you. I want you to do the best for you. If you know someone that needs some help, we have some information that'll be listed below where you can call and you can talk to somebody, and call me. Tune in each and every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time for the Renada Soul Show right here on Social Goats SGR 81.4 Heat. Bye, y'all.